And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
What are these? Mike 54. Mike 54. Guys, it's game.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. 31 yards there and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
They run again on first down. Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Gun.
Ringo. 56 to Mike.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day, I think.
Two.
Smooth. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go, D. All day, D.
To throw is Cousins. Escaping the pressure, and the Vikings are in for the touchdown. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Jahan, 180. Mike 54. Mike 54. Got to do better.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Haywood. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And they'll try to throw now. Finley. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
Run.
Switch. 54.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Who that?
Gun.
Motion. Mike spot 4. Mike.
On 2nd down. Boom. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick up on his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
I got you. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
11. Hey, shoot.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Here we go. 80.
51.
gun.
Mike 51.
Say hut.
Hey, let's go.
21.
Get in the right room.
Say hut.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Right there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now a run with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And Diggs has it. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hut. 180.
54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the 36, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54 is Mike. 54.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Watch 54.
Gun.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
3rd down.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Hey, Echo.
56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
56 to Mike, boys.
3rd and long for Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Garoppolo now. On the screen, this is Coleman. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Mike.
What I need? Gun.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, yo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm going to run you over.
Where's the hot?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact and force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time's not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
21.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 21.
Check. Crunch.
Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
21. Here we go.
Show it up.
Now Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go. 180!
In your face.
65.
Six guard. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset, but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go,
Following
here we
the
go.
pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
Here we go.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Target. Hatchet. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
No. Off. Check.
Lock. Hey, exit.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gun. Hey, wahoo!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Y'all not ready. Wait, that.
Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Check, check, check. Shift.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Armstead able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Five.
Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check out.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Come on, 11.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ben Gideon. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They run, Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try again with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Garoppolo again. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This pass into the arms of Snead. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here we go. Like 80! 6!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Underneath, he's got Brait. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
One, Omaha. Hey, alert! 13! Say hut!
Kill!
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th.
Check.
Bananas Pettis, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Kiwi's traps. Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's cracked.
White. Say hut.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to go down again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That is caught inside the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
54. Yo, 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 yo.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing. Just